Williams is the host of Dolly Vision on YouTube. Check it out, folks. He travels around the country covering all types of cases like this.
What is up, my beautiful people of YouTube? It is good to be back. Let me tell you, last night was crazy. A lot of great news coming out last night. If you were here with us, thank you for the 10,000 people that watched last night's live stream. That was awesome of you guys. Thank you so much for the likes. There was an arrest made in the Savanah Soto Matthew Guerra case. And as you can see on the screen, these two people were arrested, just in case you were not here last night. Now, there is a lot of new news coming out of why this person done this. And we're going to be talking a little bit about this, going over some of the new news and things of that nature in this case here today. As you can see, the young man is Christopher. He is 19 years old. And that is his father. What is it? Raymond? Something of this nature. Okay. Well, apparently this young man called him up over to his home. They went over there to meet him, to drop him off a little bit of weed. Okay. So we thinking this dude's some big time drug dealer, gang related type activity, and it really wasn't. He just went to drop off a little twin, and the young man killed Matthew in Savannah over a tiny bit of marijuana. That is insane. That is just so insane to me that people don't value life whatsoever. Okay. So Matthew and Savannah drove over to this man's house, and beforehand, Matthew had searched it. This is how the police tracked down Christopher and his father. Okay. Now, a lot of people still believe there is a third person involved. Somebody may have threw Ramon. Is it Raymond or Ramon? I'll have to look. Let's see. His father charged Raymond. Okay. So Raymond, his father, some people say somebody threw him a rag and he was wiping off the door. So apparently the police were able to go to the location where the phone searched, okay, and they noticed that there was a truck. And this truck matched the vehicle seen at the crime scene. Okay, now listen to how stupid some Ramon. Okay. Anyway, his father, we just call him Christopher's father. Oh, y'all got me sidetracked. Okay, so anyway, the police see that Matthew has searched this street on his phone. So they go to that street and they see a truck, and that truck matches the vehicle that was seen on the surveillance tape. So they get the plates. They run the plates, find out who the owner is, and they turn it over to homicide. Okay. Homicide Raymond. Okay. So is it Raymond? Anyway, y'all keep sidetracking me with the dude's name. Okay. His father, the big fat dude, we're going to call him the fat dude. So anyway, they go up to the door. They knock on the door, and he tells the police he knows why they're there. Okay. He knows why they're there. And he tells them they need to speak to his son, Christopher. Okay. When they speak to Christopher, apparently Christopher confesses, but he has a different story. He says that Matthew pulled the gun on him. Okay. And in the struggle, he grabs the gun, twists the gun, and it shoots Savannah. Okay. Ramon. Okay. Is that it? I think I got it. Anyway, he says he's fighting with them. He grabs the gun. It shoots Savannah and kills her. Okay. And in this struggle again, he's able to turn the gun and shoot Matthew. Okay. So he's saying in the struggle, they shot each other, basically. That he didn't shoot them, which is the craziest thing. Now, police are already saying that I'm trying to keep up with the chat and remember what I'm trying to say at the same time. Are y'all still stuck on the man's name? Anyway, so they take him down to the police station. They've charged him with, the father with disposing of a corpse or inappropriate. Let me see. I got the charges. I'm going to pull it up. But here's the crazy thing. Christopher, it's like Ray. Okay. I think I get the point, chat. I think I get the point. So when they take him down to the police station, he confesses. He tells them that story. right? But that's not consistent what police are saying the crime scene looked like. So it looks like, you know, he basically got in a car over a little tiny bit of marijuana and shot these people in the damn head. Okay. That sounds crazy to me. And the whole struggle and shot this person, and he flips the gun around and shoots this person. I don't know. It sounds crazy to me, but a lot of people in the beginning thought it was a woman, right? And even when we was watching it last night, I was like, well, he could pass for a woman, because a lot of people said that he had a bun, that his hair was up. Okay. You know, a lot of long haired people wear their hair in a ponytail. I don't know if this dude may be, he don't look like a killer. Does he look like a killer to you guys? Press 1 in the chat if you think this young man, I mean, he looks like a video game nerd to me, basically. You know, when I seen him, I was like, he wasn't what I was expecting. Okay. I was expecting some little young gang banging ass dude looking guy. I wasn't expecting like this long haired young Mexican boy. I was not. And another thing that's crazy is they got him booked in the jail as he's white. Okay. They got Latino for the father. For him, they got him booked as he's white. Okay. Now, I don't know if he identifies as white. I don't know if his mother may be possibly white, but on his arrest report, it has him down there as race as being white. I thought that was a little odd, you know, like, why they got this dude up there as a white guy? He clearly's, I mean, he could be 50-50 and he identifies as white. I don't know. They're both Mexican. I know, but I can pull it up. I can show you what the police have him down there in the booking reports, and they have him booked as white. You can look it up. I got it right here. Hold on. Let's see. Right here. Let me pull this over here so I can share it with you guys. Let's see. Okay. See right there. Race W. White. He was born September 7th, 2004. Race white, male. Arrest time January 3rd. So he is listed as a white male, which is a little strange, but you know, maybe that's what he identifies as. So let's jump over to this report real quick.
News out of Texas that we continue following. 2 arrests have been made for the murders of pregnant teenager Savanah Soto and her boyfriend. The San Antonio Police Department announcing early this morning that 19-year-old Christopher Preciado and his father, Ramon Preciado.
Ramon. Okay. Like the Ramones. Somebody could have just said like the band and I would have remembered it. Okay. What did I call him? Ramen? Like some damn ramen noodles? Okay. Anyway, Ramon. Okay, Ramon, the big fat dude, 400-pound plus dude,
have been arrested for the murders of Savanah Soto and her boyfriend Matthew Guerra. Now, police believe that Christopher, the son, is the one who did the murders. That's what they.
Why are we discussing race? Because they put it down there as he was a white male. I mean, I don't know. That's why we were discussing it. Because when I was going over the arrest stuff, I was reading it, and I was like, well, he don't appear to be a white male, you know, but like I said, if his mother is white and his dad is Hispanic and he puts down he's white, I mean, maybe that's what he identifies as. I mean, it don't matter. He's a murderer, a baby killer. Any way you look at it, they need to walk in there and hit him with the lethal injection right now. That's right in the neck. done, you know, to me.
They believe, and they believe his father just helped him after the fact moving the body. So their charges are different. Son charged with murder, dad charged with abuse of a corpse. Now, Savanah Soto was last seen in mid-December, one day before she was scheduled to be induced. She and her boyfriend's remains were found days later inside of his Kia Optima. We've been looking at that video since then. It's been quite puzzling.
When you confess to a heinous murder like that, like you just definitely confess, you go in there and there's no doubt. Look, they didn't try to hide the truck. The truck was literally parked in the driveway. Remember when we was talking about this, when they were looking for the truck? I was like, well, you know, the bad thing is they know they're looking for the truck. They're probably going to get rid of the truck. They didn't. They didn't try to hide the truck. They had the truck parked right in the driveway. So when they got Matthew's phone and they was doing the searching and they seen Matthew had searched the street, they went to that street. They noticed a truck that matched the truck from surveillance. They went up to the door and the dad basically said, I know why you're here. You need to speak to my son. Okay, Christopher. And from there, that's all it took was a little bit of police work, a little bit of getting the data back from the phone. And that was it. Case closed. It's a wrap. So when you confess to things like this, especially a capital murder case of a baby, they should probably just take you right out back and finish the job right there. You know, that's what I believe. You know, pull the switch. We need to bring back the electric chair. That thing was scary. Okay.
Police are saying this morning that they believe the murders are the result of a drug deal that turned deadly. I have two great guests on the program to help me break this all down. Still with
me. And that's the case. It was. He called him up to get a little tiny bit of weed, and that's bam. They were killed. This is why if you're young, don't be out there selling drugs. I told you, people kill you for next to nothing. I mean, for next to nothing. And there ain't no, you know, no weed in the world that I would die over. That's why, you know, I'm one of these people for pro legalization. Okay, let's open up dispensaries. Let's stop take some of these drug dealers off the street. You don't want your kids out doing these things at 18 when they could just walk in a store safely and, you know, all that stuff. These street interactions going on over stuff basically that's almost legalized across the board these days, and kids getting killed behind it is crazy. So it don't sound like he was selling no hard drugs. This is a young man peddling some weed. Okay. That is no reason whatsoever to kill him. Okay. He don't look like he's tied into no gangs and cartels or nothing. He's just a young man pushing dime sacks in the park. You know, he wasn't even in the park. I'm just kidding about that, you know, Biggie Smalls kind of thing. So is that worth dying over or losing your life over? Definitely not. Right. Definitely not. But here's the thing, you know, there's always going to be drug dealers because it ain't just you know, the weed thing is one thing, but there's a lot of hard drugs out here. So there's always going to be these drug dealers. There's always going to be these killings and these robberies and these things like this. Kids stay in school, get an education. You know, fast money leads two places: the penitentiary and the graveyard.
With me, retired NYPD deputy inspector and the author of the book.
And I bet you Ramon, now that I got his name right, okay, is wishing he never showed up to wipe that door off. You know what I'm saying? I bet he's wishing. And from what I hear, that crime only in Texas only carries a couple years. And hold on, I can tell you what their bonds are. Okay, because they got their bond amounts up here on the bottom too. Okay, Ramon, his bond is $600,000. Okay, his bond is $600,000. Let's see what this is crazy because right now Turtle Boy, he ain't got no bond. This dude done killed somebody. He got a $600,000 bond. Top is dead, bottom is son. Okay, the son's bond is $1 million right now. Okay. And I'm assuming that is a cash bond of $1 million. $1 million. Okay. So Christopher's not getting out of jail unless somebody got a cool meal they're going to put up to get him out. Damn, just messing with a corpse, $600K. Yeah, wiping that door off. $600K, 10%. Yeah. I don't know. These might be straight up cash bonds. They might not take that whole 10% shit. Every state don't do that. Okay. Someone's spirit box. Oh, said it. Okay. Well, it definitely wasn't him. It's Christopher. You know, I didn't know so many people are into the damn spirit boxes. So every time we do some on this, every time somebody's dead, somebody's like, well, the spirit said this. I have a spirit box. Next time something crazy happens and somebody dies, we'll kick it on. Okay. We will kick it on. 600,000 would be $6,000. It would be 60,000, not 6,000. Yeah. He has a $600,000 bond. So I don't think they're going anywhere anytime soon. I think when they set your bond that high, unless you're fucking Jay-Z, you ain't going nowhere. Okay. If you ain't no rapper, once you hear bonds that high, or a professional football player, a basketball player, you ain't getting out of jail. They might as well say no bond. All right. Ain't nobody got $1 million to put up on you. So they're going to sit there and rot for their crimes. And, you know, the crazy thing is, like I said, the dead's only going to get a couple years. That's like 1 to 2 years. It's a sentencing on what he did, unless they add more stuff to it. Now, they says it's felony charges. And let me pull up what they say their charges are. Their charges are abuse of a corpse. Okay. Felony state that carried $100,000 bond. This is alter. I think that's destruct, conceal human corpse. Felony, second degree, $500,000 bond. Okay. Now, did the dad really do anything with the corpse? Now, people are saying because he's been charged with this because he didn't report it. You know what I'm saying? Now, is that different? That's different to me. Not reporting a crime, or I guess I would be like assistant in it, because I don't think he really did nothing with the bodies. It didn't show him do anything with the bodies, the dad, Ramon, because he got out the truck, he wiped some stuff off, and he got in it and left. So dad said fake news. Okay. The dad said fake. The dad did say fake news. My thing is this, though, is it ain't really accessory to murder because you didn't know your son was going to kill anybody. I mean, I just see it as covering up a crime. I don't think he really did anything to the bodies. He didn't really have time, you know? I'm thinking it probably played out something like this. The dude called them up to get some smoke. They were like, all right, we got your smoke. They searched his street address. They went over there. He got in the car. A few minutes later, the car moves because they noticed from the phone. They were shot at different locations. Okay. One person was shot at one location, according to the police. Another person was shot at another location. And then they were dumped at the location right after we seen Christopher and Ramon on video. Okay. So the dad he probably called his dad and was like some stuff went down and the dad went over there. Still, even I think covering a crime up like that or trying to cover up a murder, it seems like it would carry longer than 1 to 2 years in prison. And if you're only doing, and if that is just the charge, seems a little excessive that your bond is $600,000. The dad didn't call the cops. That's why he's going to jail. But that's not what he's charged with. He's charged with like he did something to the bodies. He may have never touched the bodies. It appears in the video. I don't know. He may have touched the body. No, because the son was driving the vehicle when he pulled up. Okay, because if they were dead, according to the police, they were dead right there. When you see Ramon go up there with the rag, the police believe they were already dead. Okay, so if that was his first interaction with them and his only interaction, then how did he tamper with a corpse? You know what I'm saying? If anything, he tried to cover up a crime by wiping off fingerprints. Darzilla says his dad helped him put Matthew in the back seat so he could drive the car to dump it. Yeah, but where's that coming from? I didn't hear none of that. Okay. Now, if that is the case, then of course that would be messing with a corpse. Okay. It sounds like his father didn't lie and told law enforcement everything they needed to know. That doesn't matter to me. Yeah, I mean, he instantly told he wasn't trying to hide anything, apparently, you know, and maybe that's why they should cut him some leniency, but he didn't report it. He didn't deny it, but he also didn't report it. When they came to the door, he said, "Hey, you need to talk to my son." Where did it take place at? This all took place in Texas.
Once a cop, Corey Pegues, and want to welcome in retired FBI Special Agent Jennifer Coffendorfer. Great to see you both this morning. Thank you for being here. Oh boy, there has been some speculation that this might have been a drug deal that went unexpectedly awry and turned fatal. Jennifer, I know you've been following this very, very closely. I enjoy following you on Twitter or X always, but you know, you've been analyzing.
Thank you guys for sending me the affidavit. I'll have to grab my glasses so I can see it. I don't have my reading glasses on me right this second. So give me a few minutes. Let's go through this video.
This one. Tell me, was this what you expected investigators to find here? Why or why not, please?
Yes, I expected it to have to do with a drug deal gone bad. I think I said that very early, likely gang related in terms of the players involved. Clearly, when we hear the words, a botched drug deal gone bad, what does that mean? What that means is that somebody wasn't living up to their end of the bargain. Either the amount of drugs being sold was off or the money that was being brought was off. One of those two things. And this isn't just like purchasing, vitamins from your girlfriend next door. This turns deadly and can turn deadly. First of all, it was late at night. I would believe, even though we'll never know, but likely Mr. Preciado was likely under the influence. So you have people who are under the influence dealing with one another. And then you also have that street cred, the disrespect that.
Did she say under the influence? Hey, Miss Coffendorfer, they're smoking weed. Okay, they ain't smoking like hard drugs. Under the influence. When I hear under the influence, I'm thinking you're either drunk or you're on some hard street drug. You know what I'm saying? If you look smoked, I'm like, dude, you stoned. I don't think you look like that. You know what I'm saying?
When this drug deal went wrong, went down, and turned deadly.
All right, Jennifer, great points. I have a clip I want to play, and Corey, I'm coming to you next after this, please. This is a clip of Savanah Soto's mother who joined closing arguments with Vinnie Politan last night, and she did the interview with Vinnie before the announcement of the arrest, so that came later. But here in this clip, she's talking about Savanah's relationship with her boyfriend, Matthew Guerra, and of course, many of us are wondering, did anybody know that this was going on, that he was into these dealings, apparently? Let's watch.
They had a kind of like a little rough relationship in the beginning. She said it was getting better. They were both looking for the baby. I mean, we had a baby shower for her. they were there, and opening the gifts, all excited, playing games. It was like any normal couple. I mean, about his, private, I don't really know anything about him, but I mean, my daughter was happy with him.
She said she didn't really know anything about him.
Okay, here we go. This is the affidavit. And this is talking about the house on Charlie Chan and all that. So let me get over here where I can see myself. So it basically, I gave y'all basically the quick rundown of what this says. I just didn't give you the street names, the locations, the exact information, but it's basically the same thing. That the police went up there. They had seen that Matthew had searched the Charlie Chan location on his phone. And they went there and they noticed that there was a vehicle. They found out who the owner of that vehicle was. They turned it over to homicide. Homicide went up there. And then when they got there, Ramon told them he knew why they were there, that they needed to speak with his son, Christopher. Okay. Let me see. Becky, thank you so much for the sticker, Becky. I'm definitely going to have to grab my glasses for this, guys. Unless somebody wants to take the link and come up here and read it. If not, I got to find my glasses. Okay. They must be in the other room somewhere. Can control to zoom in and out. Oh, control plus. Thank you, Tiffany. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Ah, that's a little bit better. I'm still looking at it from a distance. Let's see. The affidavit was able to discover that the victim's vehicle pinged near Charlie Chan Drive and Cary Grant Drive around 2350 hours on the night they went missing. The vehicle did not start moving again to around 2354 hours. Now, I don't know military time, just to be dead ass honest with you. So I don't know what time of damn night that is. I would have to look. Let's see. The vehicle did not start moving again to around 2354 hours. The vehicle then traveled to 5903 Danny K Drive, where the victims in their vehicle were discovered on December 26, 2023. Okay, yeah, this is basically goes over what I just said, but it gives the names of the street. They were transported to the APD homicide to speak with for additional SPA detective search the residence at Charlie Chan Drive under the authority of a search warrant. Okay, so I left that out. So apparently they did search the house. I don't know. It don't state what they found in the house. Raymond admitted to driving his Chevy Silverado to 5903 Danny K Drive, where he met Christopher. Identified himself on surveillance video from 5903 Danny K Drive as the person who was driving another vehicle. The vehicle is the vehicle which Matthew, Guerra, and Savanah Soto were found deceased. Ramon admitted to assisting Christopher at 5903 Danny K Drive. Knowingly treated the human corpse of Matthew Guerra, Savanah Soto, and the unborn child of Savanah Soto named Fabian in an offensive manner by leaving them in the abandoned vehicle. Okay, so that's how they got him with the charge, because he left them in that vehicle, basically. Matthew and Savannah drove to his residence on Charlie Chan Drive to sell Christopher marijuana. Hold on. To his residence on Charlie Chan Drive to sell Christopher marijuana. He went on to provide a version of the events that were inconsistent with the evidence collected at the scene from the victim's recovered vehicle. Christopher claimed that the male victim pointed a weapon at him, and Christopher was able to manipulate the weapon, resulting in the female being shot. Christopher then stated that he had the weapon pointed at him, and again he manipulated the weapon, again resulting in the male victim being shot. Okay, that is crazy. There is no way in hell that has happened. Okay, he is just totally lying. He basically got in there, and robbed these people, shot them, and he does not. He's going to be somebody's girlfriend in the prison. That is for sure. What is the rest of this stuff? State of Texas, warrant of arrest. More warrants. So basically, it's a lot of, I thought it's going to be really long, but it's a lot of papers, but basically it ain't really that much. We basically know the story. I'm just making sure there ain't nothing I missed. So yeah, so they were able to get all this from cell phone data. It was believed that the victims were already deceased in the vehicle at the time the video observed. It is believed the unknown driver and heavyset male observed parked the victim's vehicle at the location in an effort to hide the vehicle. Okay. I didn't read this part. Hold on. Let me go through a little bit of this. Okay, I want to read. Intending police were conducted and your made a location unknown available to the location. Okay, so yeah, she was in the front right passenger seat. Of the vehicle. The deceased male resembled the boyfriend to the female. The male had a apparent gunshot wound to his head. It's apparent the male had been dragged into the vehicle. The affidavit, it did not observe any weapons near the vehicle. Guys, I'm going to have to get my glasses. Okay, so basically, I'll go over this a little bit more tonight. Okay, because I'm going to have to sit down and read it where I can actually see it. Just got here. JLR had a picture of their house. Somebody has graffitied the house and the car. Well, that is not good. But look, you seen what Savannah's family did to the person at the court, okay, that killed their brother, their 15-year-old brother. They jumped over to the damn stand and attacked the guy, beat him pretty bad right in the courtroom. That was just Savannah's family. Last night, we watched a little bit of Matthew's family, and that dude was kind of thuggish. Talking, he wanted to fight everybody. He had bruised up hands from fighting people already. So, you know, I'm surprised they ain't burn his house down or something crazy. They wrote baby killer on the car. The boy's car says baby killer now. Well, he ain't never going to need that car again. Okay. He's never going to be driving again. They going to prison forever if they don't get the death penalty. Okay. So, you know, this whole thing where he manipulated the gun and that's crazy. Debbie Christopher called Matthew. Yeah. So yeah, he called him up. And I mean, I don't know how much he was, you know, the robbery was supposed to take place for, but this is just basically a robbery gone bad. And it does sound like, you know, from what I can see of the affidavit and a little bit I've read, it sounds like at some point he was drugged into the vehicle. So maybe was he shot outside the vehicle? Something of that nature. I don't know. Okay. But needless to say, they have been arrested. They are going to pay the price for this. Rest in peace to Matthew. He didn't deserve that. You know, like I said, there's a lot of rumors and we didn't know. You know, we were just hearing what these bad things about this guy. But look, like, ain't good to be a drug dealer, any kind of drug dealer. But in today's age, that is nothing. That probably should be even taken off as of a drug. This was just somebody, a killer. This dude had other problems. Like, I've never seen nobody so addicted to marijuana that they would go out and kill somebody for it. Okay. It's not even really an addictive substance. It's not like your big H or the big C or the big M. You know what I'm saying? It is nothing like that. It's not even addictive. This dude just killed them because he is crazy. This boy must have some type of psychological problems, you know. But listen, when we were talking about this the other night, I shared the story of 2 boys down the street from me that were 14, 15 years old, and they got murdered over a couple of dime sacks of weed. It happens. That's why you don't try to do that stuff, because you just never know who will kill you. It's a crazy world we live in. Sidekick says, let's get to 1,000 likes. Okay. So I'm not going to be here super long with you guys. We do have Turtle Island. We got to wrap we're trying to wrap up Turtle Island. Tonight is a Turtle Island night. So just to break up a little bit of true crime. And then maybe after I come back later tonight after Turtle Island, we'll go over and break down everything on this affidavit. I'll come back with my glasses on and actually read it to you instead of just skimming through it and whatever else comes out. But right now we know the reason. It was a robbery. He did it for a little bit of weed. His daddy got sucked into it, you know, and as a parent, hey, that's probably easy to do. You know, how would we react if our kids called us and said, you know, I'm a dad, and said, hey, I just killed somebody? What would I do? I mean, I definitely wouldn't want to do nothing to get myself put in prison, but I might, you know, I mean, I don't know how really I would react. It'd be a hard one for me not to protect my child, because it's just human nature to try to protect your child, even when they do some of that shit right there. The baby killing is bad. The girl was bad. The baby, oh my God, bad. Oh my OMG, right? That if it would just been him killing a dude over some weed, that's bad. That's the rest of your life in prison bad. Okay. But what you did is death bad. Okay. It's decriminalized in Texas. It is death bad. Okay. Total death. You need to be strapped down. Either they get that needle out or they get something that shoots enough volts of electricity through your body till you are pronounced dead as can be. Okay. And then they need to put you dead on ice for a little bit so he thinks about his bad decision making, because that's what that was. The dead didn't go out and kill nobody. Or did the dead raise this dude to be a little damn monster? We don't know. We don't know that one either. You know, I can finally say his name, Ramon. So if it's just a case of this man's lived an honest life and he has a son that has some issues and he tried to protect his son and did the wrong thing, yeah, okay, sit there a couple years and let him out, you know, if he didn't hurt nobody. Now, if he moved that body, I mean, I think that's accessory to murder at that point. If you're saying he helped him pick him up, put him in the car kind of thing, to me, that would be, you just helped that man kill somebody. To me, that, you know, this whole moving a corpse thing charge, in some states that carries 10 years though, you know. It's just not in Texas. I guess you can move dead bodies around and not do that long in prison. In Texas, I guess it's a common thing. That was a crazy perp walk. Never seen one like that. Yeah, I didn't know that was a thing. That might be just a Texas thing. The whole, you know, perp walk. I mean, I've never seen nothing like that. I mean, I've seen them taking pictures of people getting them in and out of cop cars, but I've never seen them parade people like that in front of the media. Like they just walked them to right to the media and was like, all right, we're going to do this and we're going to show them to you. And then, because they were basically in the police cars with them. They had both doors open. They were in the cars asking them questions. I was thinking I haven't seen that before. That was a new one for me to watch myself. No, it's all over the place. Well, yeah, like I said, Christopher's never going to get out of prison. He's done. There's no bringing Savanah, Fabian, Matthew back. You know, we can't go back in time and change anything that's been done. But we can make sure this dude pays the ultimate price for it. And that'd be his life, you know, and he made a terrible mistake over some damn marijuana. Let me tell you that. You're listening why at Walmart. Okay. Over here, they would not be letting the son out. The father might get paroled after 20 years. Well, I don't think the dad is going to get out. From my understanding, they're upping some of the charges on these, and we're going to hear more because they're still talking with the DA and stuff about, because they haven't even been charged with the baby yet. Okay. So they still may have these charges, more charges even added to what they got. No, they said it was marijuana. They said that it was marijuana, that he wanted some marijuana. He called him up to get marijuana. They searched his address, you know, and here's the thing. Like I said, they didn't hide the vehicle. The phone records did them in. It's really hard to get away with a crime these days, right? Especially when people see you on video. It's really hard. Look at Kohlberger. He didn't get away with it. And all they had on his thing was a flash of his car. And they called him, but they also had DNA. But I'm just saying, it's hard to get away with a murder. Okay, if it ain't high profile, it's probably easier to get away with it. But once the media and they start putting all that pressure on the police, and they start bringing in the FBI and all these other crazy, you ain't getting away at that point. You ain't getting away with it. You can get away with like a low level murder that nobody cares about, like a drug dealer shot dead. Okay, they ain't bringing in the FBI. They ain't bringing in a million resources for that. They just ain't. You do some shit like this, you getting caught. It's just facts. Because they're going to bring in everything. They're going to bring in special aids. They especially with the video. I knew I gave them 2 weeks. I said, I think they will be caught within the week, but I'm going to give myself an extra week just to be safe. Okay. Because I don't want to mess my stats up. Because I'm usually 98.8% right, which now I'm 98.9% right because I got this one right. It was within the week, but I did give myself an extra week cushion, but I still would have been right even if I took away that cushion. What was it? 3 days later, boom, they're locked up. It was just too much. Caught on video, for everybody to see it. You're done. You're done. You can't get away with crimes that, and another thing, the one thing he did have going good for him was his daddy. His daddy probably would have never told on him. If it would have been anybody else, he would have got caught anyway, because they would have gotten an argument about something and somebody would have told. Weed is nowhere near a reason to kill 3 people. Definitely not. Okay. There ain't no reason in this world to kill 3 people unless they come in and try to kill you, or if they killed your family. Then maybe that might be some reason in it. But other than that, there is no reason, no money amount should you take anybody's life. Like, it's crazy. And like I said, you don't even got to have a lot of money. People will kill you for $10. All right. $10, $5. Shit, people kill you for nothing. Step on somebody's shoe wrong, get you killed. Look at somebody wrong, get you killed. Pass somebody in traffic, get you killed. Beep at somebody with your horn might get you killed. I mean, people are insane, and they're just getting crazier and crazier. You would not think this dude looks like a kid to me, like a little kid. I would never in a million years, if you said this dude just shot and killed a pregnant woman and it showed me him, I would be like, no way. That's a kid, right? Like, he don't even look like a tough kid. Looks like a damn, he looks like he's like 80 pounds wet. Okay. Like, this dude does not look a bit intimidating. I don't know how he's so skinny and his daddy's so fat. Okay. It's probably his daddy eating everything in the house. This dude can't eat. Right. And maybe he was hangry. Maybe he's a hangry kid, hungry and angry at the same time because the daddy done ate all the goddamn food. All right. Because this dude, he 3+ 400 pounds. His son is like 80 pounds. Like, let the kid eat. Okay. That might be the problem. That might be part of the psychosis in all of this, right? He's like, give him an allowance so he ain't got to rob people. All right. Feed the kid something. It might be all the dad's fault at this point. I don't know. It's questionable. He has the Leilani look to me. You know what? Now that you said that, he does kind of got that damn Leilani I don't care about the world look. I ain't got deep into them dark little eyes of his yet, though. But, firsthand, I got to look into Leilani's eyes. I can tell you firsthand what you see there. There's nothing there. She don't care. I don't know if that's the case now, because she was coming off of drugs then. She was blank. She was dead inside. She didn't care about going to jail. She didn't care about none. She didn't care about us being there. She didn't care about nothing. So you just didn't see it in Leilani. It was cold. She is probably one of the coldest young women I've ever spoke to. I don't know. Yeah. And, you know, I just got some information about her court date. It's going to be in 2025. Speaking of Leilani Simon. So they pushed her court date back for another year. I mean, let's be honest. It don't really matter how long they push her court date back because, you know, we know what she did. She's going to be convicted. Maybe, hopefully, I pray, little baby Jesus. But yeah, they have a little bit of a similar look, but I can't look at like I can't get like Baby Gap and get deep into the eyes of Turtle Boy. You know, that is a dude. I wasn't trying to eye him up. You know what I'm saying? But he does look a little distant. You know, he don't look real emotional. You would think you about to go to prison for the rest of your life or they're going to execute you. You would be a little emotional, okay? I ain't saying you would cry for 10 straight days like Turtle Boy has in jail, but I'm saying you're going to be a little emotional, I would think, okay? The dad looked like old shit, okay? The dad had that, Ramon had that old shit look, like old shit, right? That old, fake news. His son walked out stone face. Like I've looked more sad going to jail for trespassing, okay, than damn this dude did for capital murder, okay? I'm like, damn, I'm going to jail for trespass. This shit sucks, man. This dude going to jail for damn capital murder. He like strolls right on by the media, sits down like, yeah, I'd shoot you too. Like he looks like a little damn Richard Ramirez. Okay, like a young ass night stalker. I bet he opened his hand. There's a damn pentagram right there. Okay, he probably got a pentagram in the damn center of his hand. This is the ghost of Richard Ramirez. Okay, he done possessed this boy. Something is crazy. Something crazy with him. All right, like a little damn night stalker. There you go. Could be. Penny Pumpernickel says, I said that earlier. What? Did he look like a little mini ass night stalker? Hey, be like, could you get your ass over there, Richard Ramirez? You crazy looking ass kid. Cut your hair. The more they push her court date back, the more times knocked off her sentence. Yeah, I understand that. You know, and I don't honestly know what they should do with Leilani. I mean, I honestly don't know. You know, she needs to pay the price, but what is the price? I think life. You know, I think she deserves life. Do they have enough to put her away for the rest of her life? I don't think so. And, you know, because all she's going to say is she might not even do but a few years in prison. That scares me. But that may be the case. You know, we've seen what happened with Casey Anthony, right? We've seen what happened with Casey Anthony. They don't have no witnesses to the killing but Leilani. Or to whatever happened to Quentin. The only person that really knows is Leilani. Maybe Danny. And a lot of people kept saying they're going to use Danny as this key witness against Leilani. I don't know. We still never heard Danny come out and say much still to this day. I mean, I know that's a totally different case. We're getting off topic. But maybe we'll do a video, a recap on the Leilani stuff, what's going on with her. But it's going to be a while before she goes to court. So I guess in 2025, we're going to be covering some Leilani Simon because, you know, at this point, I need a conclusion. And I think most of my viewers do too. What happens, you know? We'll see. I think she's going to do 10 years is what I think. Is my prediction. I pray she gets the rest of her life in prison. sad as that is, she chose this, right? People, look, drugs make you do a lot of crazy things. They do. But people have to choose to do those drugs, right? You can't blame the drugs made me do it. Well, who made you do the drugs? It goes into that. You can't use drugs as an excuse. You got to use your shitty mistakes in life is what caused stuff like this. Just because you were under the influence don't mean you didn't do it. It's still you. And if you getting high and you're beating on your baby, and this one time you got extra high and you beat the baby a little extra more than you should have, that's no excuse. You're still a murderer. You're still a monster. You're still a horrible person. And it's hard to think of that because when you see Leilani, she's a pretty girl. She's a fucking monster. Okay. Like, don't let that fool you, right? Don't ever let something like that fool you, because the person ain't in the shell. It's the person's inside that, right? And that person inside that shell is bad, really bad, and cold and dark and heartless and things of that nature. So can those things change? I mean, I don't know, but she definitely needs some damn counseling and a whole bunch of things. I can't never understand why a young woman would do something like that to their baby. I just don't get it. I only have one kid, but instinctually, as a parent, I want to protect and make sure my kid's safe constantly. And then when you see people that don't act like that, like, I don't think she realizes that is just another piece of her. Would you hurt yourself? And I think she would. And, that can explain a little reason why she would hurt the kid, because she don't even care about herself. Like, I look at my kid like a piece of me. I don't want to hurt myself. Okay. I wouldn't want to hurt my kid. That's me. That's the next generation of me. When I'm dead, all I got left is Tiff to carry the name on. You know what I'm saying? So would I want to hurt that? Or would I want to build that up to be the best it could be? I mean, it seems only common sense. So, and that one really upsets me because, I was so involved in that one. And that was a pretty little boy. And if she didn't want that kid, there would have been a million people that would have raised that kid, took care of that kid, and made sure that kid had a good life. That's the sad part of it, is a lot of these people, especially mothers that sling their babies in the trash. There are so many people in this world that can't have kids and would love to be a parent. Okay. Or parents that want extra kids. Some people just ship the Duggars. They'll take an extra one. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to sling your babies in the trash. You don't have to kill your babies like that girl in the hospital. What's her name? Teza Vias. I can't remember right. I'm terrible with names. But yeah, slings the baby in the trash at the hospital type stuff. And I know, like, I ain't a woman. I can't understand what goes on in women's minds when they go through pregnancies and things of this nature. I know there's a lot of things, chemical imbalances, and I don't know. I just wish women stop killing their damn babies. That would be great. Okay. If we can go through 2024 without, like, somebody throwing their baby in the trash, would be a good year for me. Okay. That would be just, I don't know what people need to tell their kids, especially in these urban environments, or in the case of like that one girl that threw the baby away at the hospital. I think she was scared to tell her parents. And you need to have a better relationship with your kids at that point. That's just a bad relationship. If your kid is hiding she's pregnant from you and throwing the baby in the trash, you got a terrible relationship with your kid. Okay. Your kid should be able to sit there and tell you things. You discuss it, especially your adult kids. That's just Alexi Tarvisio. That is it. Thank you so much, guys, for the helping me with damn names. Damn horrible with names. I'm umming like damn baby gap now. He got me saying it. Oh, the mom is off. So build good relationships with your kids. That's important. These people scumbags. He didn't build a good relationship with his kid. All right, definitely not. Or he may have had a good relationship, and that's why he was trying to help him cover up the murder. I don't know. It's hard to say. But look, guys, I'm going to get out here, get me something to eat. Turtle Island is tonight. Okay. We got 6 people left. You cannot vote to save anybody tonight in the game. Okay. Only kicking tonight, and we're kicking multiple people. All right. Only kicking tonight. So pick a person, even if you like them. Remember, it's a game. Somebody has to go, and there can only be one winner. Okay. Only kicking. Oh, tonight. So last show, nobody went home because everybody was saving everybody. There's no saves tonight. There's none of that. I know it's all cool people left. Some of them cool ass people, they gotta go. Okay, they gotta go, and that will be tonight. I love you guys. I'll see y'all later. Peace.